who you are. How's that working for you? Aslan said, you chose that. And she said, I didn't choose all of that. You want to do some time with the Lord? Just have that conversation with Him. I chose what? And own it. And go, how far did it take me? What have I done about my beauty? What have I denied? What have I obsessed? How far has my beauty idol taken me? What does my beauty idol cost me? Because I'm telling you, it's big. It's so big, it's changing our family structures.
What do you mean?
We have all kinds of things that are happening outside of marriages. All kinds of illicit affairs, all kinds of stuff. I want you to get, this thing is pure destruction. This idol, idols are always for destruction. Right? You got that? There's nothing, not that all idols don't start out as good things, but idols, good things taken to extreme are always for your destruction. It's always taking you away from the heart of God. So then it becomes in the hands of the enemy. And what women do with their beauty, either destroying themselves, either through illicit relationships, food. Don't make me get specific, but you understand what I'm talking about. The whole eating disorders, what we do with our bodies, the way we party and give it away. That's all driven by that desire for beauty. Or the way that we cut and slash and punish and all the ways that we do that, trying to appease this idea of beauty. You either sit in the arms of God or you strive and strive and strive. Either God makes your definition or you're trying to live up to somebody else's definition. And I can't believe the stories that I hear. I just can't believe the stories that I hear of things. Some of you just need to get a good, healthy dose of, you cannot talk to me like that. Some of you as believers need to put on the breastplate of righteousness, and you need to get a real shield of faith. And when someone starts lambasting you, you either just hold that up and go, okay, Lord. Or you just need to go, you cannot talk to me like that. Because the amount of abuse that we allow to come into our own hearts, it breaks my heart. It breaks God's heart. Forget my heart. It breaks God's heart because He cannot stand it when people talk about His kids like that. And just because they've always gotten away with it, whoever that person is, it doesn't mean that they get to do that forever and always. So even some of you in this room, and I'm thinking about specific people, I'm going, where did that person ever get permission to talk to you like that? And how long are you going to let them have it? And if you'd even just shut up that one voice, you might have a chance to hear from the Lord. See, you're trying to start a conversation with the Lord. I'm just saying to you about your beauty. This thing is real. Probably not going to disappear overnight. Not going to disappear. It's going to be, remember what we talked about? You can't get rid of it. It has to be replaced. If you've been around me at all, you've seen the false woman spectrum. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Hooters picture and the invisible woman and the trophy woman. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Does anybody not know what I'm talking about? Because I have a picture of it. Does everybody know? Yes? Okay. This spectrum here, you cannot get rid of that. You'll either be here or you're going to be in God's idea. God's truth. It's not His idea, it's His truth. You have to replace this lie with His truth. You can't just go, I'm not going to live there anymore. You can't do that. It's got to be either His truth or the truth of this idol. It can't be both. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that's good about God. Here's the thing that's good about the truth of God. For every seed that you plant, it comes up. And that gives you the courage to plant another seed, and it comes up. And you just start, I don't know if any of you guys garden. I have this picture. If you let a plot of land go, what happens to it?
Weeds.
So what are you planting? Because if you're not planting the truths of God, then your entire heart, soul, and mind and strength is just being full of weeds of the culture that you live in. And you have to go in there and you have to pull out those weeds and plant beauty, pull out those seeds and plant beauty. And you have to soak in the truths of God. And you're going, it's so hard. Yeah, it's hard, but girl, listen, this beauty idol's about to kill you anyway. So do you want to try to sit in something that's going to actually be for your good? And the younger you are, the more I want to shake you by the shoulders. Because the younger you are, this is probably your zenith in beauty in the physical realm, in the world that you live in. And we have so cursed our young women that they're not even enjoying it. Because the older you get, you start enjoying all these things that you didn't know that you should have enjoyed before. And I say that, I got to tell you, I like myself better now than I have ever. And I have been in much better shape at different seasons in my life. But I know that I'm making progress because I know. Chuck and I had this weird encounter the other day, and we weren't arguing. We just had this, Chuck going, this is so awkward. We just had this really awkward conversation. And I just threw up this arrow prayer to the Lord. I go, and I just want to hear that I'm beautiful. And he goes, look, the Lord says, look. And so I'm looking, and on my wall is this great big heart and this sign that says, you are beautiful. That God spoke to me when I was at Cracker Barrel. I went and told Chuck, I had this crazy God moment. There's this sign of the heart that said, you are beautiful. And Chuck brought it home the next day. So a double whammy, right? Because it's fun to have a God moment, right? Those are great. I love those. But when God slops it over into the real world with the human relationship, it makes it extra sweet. It was really awesome. So it's the Lord going, it's right in front of your face. Will you receive it? And so then I went, I am. And then I just had this moment. It just flooded my soul. I went, I am. Wow. That is progress. That is progress. How about that? To just sit in there and go, oh yeah. I didn't have to argue. I didn't have to go into some desperate. And I thought about years ago how I would have just spiraled out of control. That self-loathing can take you a long way from home. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? And that's the point. The point of self-loathing is to take you far, far from home. So you just stop that conversation, just throw all that stuff back up, and I need you to tell me again. Tell me who again? Tell me one more time. Yep, that's okay. It's the conversation he never gets tired of. But as long as you're asking someone else, you will hear their voices first. Who are you asking first about your beauty? First and foremost, always, always, you glorify God and you give thanks for what He's made. This beauty journey is winnable if you're willing to go to the right source.